I want to take a minute to tell you a little bit about me. Some people are curious about who's operating on their eyes or who they're going to see, so I'm just going to give you a little bit of personal information. A lot of people want to know how I ended up in ophthalmology specifically. I didn't know when I went to med school that I wanted to go into eye surgery, but I knew I wanted to go into some sort of surgical field. During my second year of med school, I applied for and obtained a Dean's Summer Research Fellowship. And that fellowship was working in the laboratory of Dr. Balamurali Ambati, who is actually the youngest person to ever graduate from medical school. He's Guinness Book World Records holder there. And in his laboratory, he was doing investigations with a drug called Avastin, which in the ophthalmology field we all know and love, and it's actually considered kind of an old drug now, but at the time it was still relatively new. That medication was used to treat colon cancer and was later found to actually treat wet macular degeneration as well. We were investigating the vascular endothelial growth factor and also platelet-derived growth factor to see if we could put those into one drug molecule. During that summer research fellowship, our research interests collided, and his research of these molecules combined in the retina of mice intersected with my research for PDGF and anti-VEGF molecules in colon cancer research. We decided to use this molecule in both models of retinal neovascularization, like wet macular degeneration, and also colon cancer. I was able to work with him in mouse models and learned how to obtain and research on his model as well as my own. One day when we were working in the lab, he remarked on how steady my hands were. And he said, you should really consider ophthalmology. And sometimes all it takes is that one little push from someone that you trust or admire to set you off in the right direction. Most of my medical school years were spent not learning human ophthalmology, but more in the research field. And for a long time, I thought that was the direction that I wanted to go. But as I got older, I also discovered that I did want to have a family and that I really enjoyed working with people a little more than I enjoyed working with mice. So I went on to my ophthalmology residency and at some point diverted more into a human-based field. So much of my early years were spent in the research lab, but later in more of a clinical setting. During ophthalmology residency at the Medical College of Georgia, now known as Georgia Regents, I learned cataract surgery, and I also enjoyed strabismus surgery, which was eye muscle surgery for straightening eyes. I also enjoyed glaucoma surgery. So because I liked a little bit of everything, I decided to go into general ophthalmology. Lo and behold, when I was looking for a job, one of the ones that interested me most was in Carrollton, Georgia. And I am blessed to say that my first job was my last job, and I've been here ever since. We love Carrollton. We have a horse farm here. Our children were raised here. My daughter was even born in Carrollton at Tanner. We love the Carrollton community, and we've been here since, and we don't plan on leaving. In 2018, Dr. Keith Berry and myself purchased this clinic and surgery center from the well-known and well-respected Dr. Goddard. We renamed the clinic because we knew that we wanted to expand outside of just Carrollton. So what was Carrollton Eye Clinic became Georgia Vision Institute. And since 2018, Dr. Berry and myself have expanded into locations including Bremen, Villa Rica, Douglasville, and of course our main campus. Personally, I'm a mom. I have two wonderful children. I am an avid equestrian. I have been competing and riding horses since I was 6 years old, and it is an ultimate passion of mine. I am also very much into health and fitness, but outside of ophthalmology, I have just an overall passion for health and living life just to its absolute fullest. So I hope that tells you a little bit about me and who I am, and I look forward to meeting you in person.